The Lebanese Civil War, which endured from 1975 to 1990, stands as one of the most complex and devastating conflicts in modern history. Fueled by sectarian tensions, regional rivalries, and political instability, the war left an indelible mark on Lebanon, reshaping its social fabric, political landscape, and economic stability. This article provides an overview of the Lebanese Civil War, its causes, key events, humanitarian consequences, and its enduring legacy on the nation. Background and causes. The Lebanese Civil War emerged from a culmination of political, social, and economic factors. Lebanon's diverse religious and ethnic makeup, coupled with the fragile power-sharing system established after independence, created a volatile environment ripe for conflict. Tensions between different religious communities, such as the Maronite Christians, Sunni and Shia Muslims, and Druze, were exacerbated by economic disparities, political rivalries, and external influences. Regional and international dynamics. The conflict was not confined to Lebanon alone but was heavily influenced by regional and international actors. Neighboring countries, such as Syria and Israel, sought to assert their own interests and leverage Lebanon's internal divisions for their strategic advantage. Additionally, Cold War rivalries between the United States and the Soviet Union further complicated the conflict, with both sides supporting various factions. Key events and phases. The Lebanese Civil War unfolded in multiple phases, with shifting alliances and intensifying violence. The war saw numerous battles, sieges, and massacres that ravaged the country. Some notable events include the 1976 Syrian intervention, the 1982 Israeli invasion, and the 1983 bombings of the U.S. Embassy and Marine barracks in Beirut. The conflict's trajectory was marked by fluctuating power dynamics, ceasefire agreements, and failed attempts at reconciliation. Humanitarian consequences and displacement. The Lebanese Civil War had devastating humanitarian consequences. The conflict resulted in the deaths of an estimated 150,000 people, while thousands more were injured, displaced, or disappeared. The destruction of infrastructure, including homes, schools, and hospitals, left the civilian population vulnerable and reliant on humanitarian aid. The war also led to the rise of militias, which perpetrated acts of violence and committed human rights abuses against civilians. The TAIF Agreement and post-war reconstruction. In 1989, the warring factions reached an agreement known as the TAIF Agreement, which aimed to end the conflict and redefine Lebanon's political system. The agreement redistributed power among the different religious communities, reducing the Maronite Christians' dominance. This paved the way for a phased end to the civil war and initiated a process of post-war reconstruction and national reconciliation. Legacy and challenges of reconciliation. The Lebanese Civil War's legacy continues to shape Lebanon's political, social, and economic landscape. The war resulted in a highly fragmented society, with deep-rooted sectarian divisions and persistent political polarization. Rebuilding the country and addressing the war's legacy of mistrust, justice, and reconciliation remain significant challenges. The unresolved issue of disarmament of militias and the influence of external actors also complicate efforts to establish a stable and sovereign Lebanon. Conclusion. The Lebanese Civil War was a protracted and multifaceted conflict that inflicted immense suffering upon Lebanon and its people. The war's causes and consequences reflect the complexity of religious, ethnic, and political dynamics at play in the region. The path to lasting peace and stability in Lebanon requires ongoing efforts to foster national unity, strengthen institutions, and address the underlying grievances that fueled the conflict.